In this video, we're going over the new top 5 meta loadouts here in Black Ops 6 Season 5. I will be going over both 5 as well as gunfighter class setups. Let's get into it. And by the way, if you need help leveling up all your weapons but don't have enough time to play, Mitch Cactus has you covered. They offer services such as max leveling all of your weapons and even unlocking camo challenges all the way up to Dark Matter. So for cheap, reliable, and safe Black Ops 6 services, check out Mitch Cactus, and you can use my discount code EARS to save off your purchase. Link is at the top of the description. For class setup number 1, we're taking a look at the AK-74, one of the hardest hitting assault rifles. Definitely don't sleep on this. For the optic, you can either rock the Kepler Microflex or the V Reflex. Both of these are going to be great depending on what optic you like, but the recoil pattern is what you should run. Now, for the muzzle on the AK-74, we are going to be running the compensator to drastically bump up additional vertical recoil control. We are going to need this with this assault rifle. For the magazine, I highly recommend going ahead and running the reinforced barrel to improve both damage range as well as bullet velocity, doing very fast and consistent time to kill. Very important. For the underbarrel, I highly recommend putting on the G grip. This is going to be a match made in heaven with the AK-74, improving that recoil stabilization, horizontal recoil control, and additional hip fire to ADS accuracy. If you don't have this unlocked on the AK-74, feel free to rock the vertical foregrip, but here in Season 5, I recommend going ahead and getting the G grip unlocked because the vertical foregrip is only going to improve your horizontal recoil control. Now, for the magazine, the extended mag 1 option is going to be perfect, giving you a healthy 40 rounds. You can take out more than one person at the same time very easily. For the rear grip on every single assault rifle loadout, I highly recommend putting on the commando grip to improve more aim down sight speed, jumping sprint to fire speed altogether, as well as jumping aim down sight speed. Overall, enhance this weapon's close as well as medium range performance. For the stock, putting on the infiltrator stock is a massive W, improving that aim walking movement speed so you can literally walk around aim down sight, ready to win each and every gunfight incredibly easily. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be running rapid fire on the AK-74 to drastically bump up the fire rate, giving you an even faster time to kill. The cons are going to be irrelevant. Once you go ahead and build this nasty 8 attachment class on the AK-74, you're going to see in the firing range that we do have a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walk movement speed is really nice, as well as controllable recoil. We have one of the fastest firing ARs that has high damage. At longer ranges, you are going to have to first fire it, but as you can see, we are getting some ridiculously quick TTKs, and we still can get those 3-shot kills to the head. Overall, a nasty loadout. I think a lot of you guys should definitely check out. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment class setup, what you are going to have to do is remove the V Reflex. You are also going to remove the extended mag 1 option, and you are going to remove the infiltrator stock. This is still going to be a great loadout because you're still going to maintain that handling. The only thing you have to deal with is the iron sight, which in all reality isn't bad whatsoever. But we are going to have that great recoil control, and obviously we can still get those 3-shot kills to the head. This is one of the best ARs to use in the entire game, whether you're playing Black Ops 6 or Warzone. For class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the C9, one of the best SMGs in the entire game. For the optic, if you don't like the iron sights, definitely put on the Kepler Microflex. It's going to be easy to use. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to be rolling with the compensator here. We are going to have to improve that vertical recoil control. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the long barrel on the C9 to drastically bump up damage range, giving us the fastest and most consistent time to kill. It's going to be better than the reinforced barrel with this submachine gun. For the underbarrel, just like a majority of all of the class tips you're going to see in this video, if you have the G grip unlocked, I highly recommend getting it unlocked. But if you don't on the C9, the Ranger foregrip is going to be a nice substitute, bumping up more horizontal recoil control, but also sprinting movement speed so you can run and gun. But in my personal opinion, the G grip is worth getting unlocked. For the magazine, we are going to be rolling with the extended mag 2 option, giving us a very healthy 50 rounds. So we can outgun multiple people at the same time. We are going to be running and gunning. For the rear grip on every single submachine gun loadout, I highly recommend putting on the ergonomic grip to drastically improve that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and jumping aim down sight speed so you can run and gun and punish players at those close and medium ranges. Now, for the stock, we are going to be rolling with the infiltrator stock, just like on the AK-74, to improve that aim walking movement speed, definitely overpowered on the C9. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be running the recoil springs attachment to completely smooth out that recoil pattern with that improved horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control. Definitely worth checking out. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment C9 class setup, which in all reality is making this weapon incredibly good. We have a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and as you can see here, very, very controllable recoil. This is honestly an overkill class setup because you don't even need 8 attachments on the C9 to make it good. But if you do want to go ahead and run this submachine gun, definitely give this class setup a try. As you can see, it's a point and shoot laser. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment class setup, what you are going to do is remove the Kepler Microflex. You are also going to remove the infiltrator stock as well as the recoil springs attachment. This is honestly all you really need to run on the C9 to make it effective, because you can see here, we're still going to have great handling here and controllable recoil. This is why the C9 is one of the best SMGs, even in Season 5. You can see at longer ranges, you are going to have to burst fire it, but it's not really a big deal because the iron sights are clean, the recoil control is there, and also the damage and time to kill is going to be quick. Definitely one of the best weapons to use. For class setup number 3, we're taking a look at the CR56 AMAX. You can't go wrong with this assault rifle. For the optic, the Kepler Microflex or the V Reflex, both are going to be great choices. For the muzzle, we are going to be rolling with the compensator to drastically bump up more vertical recoil control, and on the AMAX, more recoil stabilization, a nice added bonus. For the barrel, we are going to be running the reinforced barrel here for that improved damage range as well as bullet velocity. Very nice on the AMAX, especially on this specific loadout. For the underbarrel, we are going to be rolling with the G grip here. It's a match made in heaven on the AMAX, just like on the AK-74. But if you don't have it unlocked, feel free to put on the vertical foregrip. Both are going to be great options, but the G grip is going to be hitting different. For the magazine, the extended mag 1 option just makes sense, giving you that healthy 45 rounds. For the rear grip, we are going to be rolling with the trusty commando grip like we do on every single assault rifle class setup. For the stock, we are going to be rolling with the infiltrator stock like we do on 99% of all assault rifle loadouts. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be running recoil springs, not rapid fire, to completely smooth out the recoil pattern. Overall, a very overpowered and nice 8 attachment class setup with the CR56 AMAX. As you can see, we have a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking with speed is crazy fast, as well as very controllable recoil. This is exactly why this is one of the best guns to use in the entire game, and why lobbies are quite literally littered with this AR, because it is a point and shoot laser that is pushing some damage. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment class setup, what you are going to do is remove the Kepler Microflex. The iron sights are going to be clean. You're going to take away the extended mag 1 option, as well as the infiltrator stock. I do recommend keeping recoil springs on, even though we do remove that on a majority of loadouts. As you can see here, we're still going to have great handling, and the recoil control is going to be the same. The only thing you're going to lose with this loadout is the aim walking movement speed, but in all reality, I know a lot of people like to go ahead and prioritize accuracy. This is going to be one of the best loadouts to use, especially if you like to rock additional perks or additional streaks is what I would recommend. As you can see, it's a laser, and obviously we can still go ahead and land those 3-shot kills to the head. This is one of the best ARs to use. Iron sights are good. Definitely give this a go. For class setup number 4, we're taking a look at the LADRA, one of the best SMGs in the entire game. Incredibly fast fire rate and TTK. For the optic, the Kepler Microflex is going to be your best choice. For the muzzle, we are going to be rolling with the compensator. We need that improved vertical recoil control. Super important with this submachine gun. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the long barrel to bump up that additional damage range. Crucial on the LADRA. For the underbarrel, guys, you're going to need the G grip. No ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. get it unlocked on the submachine gun. You can run the vertical foregrip here, but the G grip is going to be that much better with this submachine gun. For the magazine, we are going to be rolling with the extended mag 2 option. We need this 56 round mag. We are going to be flying through ammo. This is going to be honestly like the default magazine. For the rear grip, like on every single submachine gun, we are going to run the ergonomic grip to drastically improve that close range performance. For the stock, we are going to be running the balance stock this time to improve that strafing movement speed altogether, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. It's nice to have this so you can get in their spawn and dominate. And then finally for the fire mods, hey, look, we have to put on the recoil springs to further smooth out that recoil pattern to drastically improve more horizontal recoil control as well as vertical recoil control. This is going to be a nice 8 attachment loader that you can't go wrong with the LADRA. This is a submachine gun I highly recommend checking out. Fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and obviously we are going to have control of the recoil. This goes from one of the highest recoil submachine guns in the entire game, something that you can actually control and dominate at those close, medium, and even longer ranges. And for the 5 attachment loadout, what you are going to do is remove the Kepler Microflex. You are going to go ahead and remove the balance stock as well as the recoil springs. This is still going to be a solid loadout. You aren't going to have a cleaner optic, but at the same time, the handling is still going to be there. And obviously, we are going to have control of recoil as well. It isn't going to be as laser-like with the 8 attachment loadout, but in all reality, I would go ahead and run this setup because with submachine guns, I do like to run additional streaks just so I can get as many kills as possible. And as you guys can see, even if you just burst fire at longer ranges, you can very easily take people out at those medium longer ranges without a problem. And finally, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the XM4, one of the more underrated ARs, but it's still going to be packing a serious punch. Very easy to use. For the optic, the Kepler Microflex is going to be a no-brainer. For the muzzle, we are going to be running the suppressor so we can keep ourselves off the mini-map when firing. This is one of the ARs you can rock with a silencer and not need the compensator, which is going to be a huge plus. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the reinforced barrel to improve damage range and bullet velocity. A nice attachment giving us a fast and consistent time to kill. For the underbarrel, we are going to be rolling with the G grip. I highly recommend putting this on the XM4 so we can have that improved recoil stabilization and a lot of other beautiful things. But if you don't have it unlocked, the vertical foregrip is going to be a good choice. But in all reality, get the G grip unlocked right now. For the magazine, we are going to be rolling with the extended mag 1 option. Just for that healthy 45 rounds, it's going to be plenty to take out more than one person at the same time. For the rear grip, we are going to be rolling with the commando grip like we do on every single assault rifle loadout to drastically improve that close and medium range performance. For the stock, we are going to be rolling with the infiltrator stock here so we can walk around, aim down sight, ready to win each and every gunfight without an issue. But if you do have trouble controlling recoil, you can put on that buffer weight stock, which is going to be drastically improving more vertical as well as horizontal recoil control. But keep in mind, it is going to hurt your aim down sight speed and aim walking movement speed. That's why I like to rock the infiltrator stock. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be going ahead and putting on the recoil springs again to further smooth out the recoil pattern. You can't go wrong with this attachment. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment XM4 class setup, you are going to be very happy because we are going to be dealing with an assault rifle that does have fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, as well as a very controllable recoil pattern. One of the best assault rifles to use in the entire game, especially if we're talking about full auto. And I highly recommend going ahead and giving this a try because you can outgun other AMES 85 as well as Kilo 141 users without worrying about a thing. And for the 5 attachment class setup, what we are going to be doing is changing a lot with this assault rifle. We're going to remove the suppressor. We're going to swap the reinforced barrel for that long barrel so we can maximize the damage range. We are going to remove the G grip. We are going to remove the extended mag 1. For the stock, we are going to flip this for the combat stock so we have improved flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed. You're going to see why very shortly. And then for the fire mods, we're going to switch recoil springs to the XM4 3-round burst mod, effectively turning this into the M16 with that burst fire, damage range, headshot multiplier, and improved damage altogether. This is going to be the best way to rock the XM4 with 5 attachments because it's still going to be good at closer ranges. Obviously, the handling is still going to be very, very nice here, but we are going to have the capability of that 3-round burst. so you're going to be a lot more deadly at longer ranges, and you can get one burst to the head with this. So definitely go ahead and check this out. If you're looking for an assault rifle, you can use at close, medium, and longer ranges. The nice thing about this is you can just go ahead and hold down the trigger to go ahead and have it burst. This is overall one of the best weapons to use, especially if we're talking about close, medium, as well as long range combat. These are going to be the top 5 meta loadouts to use here in Black Ops 6 after the Season 5 update. Now, for the remainder of all of my loadouts, I always recommend running the Strider .22 with the 3-round burst mob. This is going to be a great secondary to run just in case you run out of ammo. You can always fall back on this. It's helped me out on countless nuke streaks. I also recommend going ahead and putting on the knife. You do want to run the stim shot, the blast trap, as well as the assault pack. And for the perks, Flak Jacket, Dispatcher, Bankroll are going to be the best combo when trying to get as many kills as possible and also trying to secure your first nuke. Now, for the wild cards, if you are going to be running more than 5 attachments on a class setup, obviously gunfire is going to be necessary. But if you are running a 5 attachment setup, I do recommend not running perk greed anymore. High roller is going to be your best choice, giving you a 4th score streak, so you can absolutely take over the lobby and dominate. Now, for the streaks when running high roller, you want to use the UAV. You also want to run the Grim Reaper. You want to put on the War Machine with the high roller wild card, as well as the Harp. Both the War Machine as well as the Grim Reaper count towards your nuke streak. So let's say you already have 10 kills when you have your full set of streaks, the UAV, the Grim Reaper, the War Machine, and the Harp. So you get 10 kills using your Grim Reaper, now you're on a 20. And you get another 10 kills using the War Machine, you just got your nuke with 20 of the kills coming from streaks. Check this out, use it right now. It's going to be incredibly effective on smaller maps. If you don't get a nuke, you're definitely going to be getting a lot of kills, more than you're normally used to. So definitely check this out. It is incredibly overpowered. If you do tear it up with any of my loadouts this season, come back to this video and let me know down in the comment section your best gameplay. If you enjoy, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications to stay up to date. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.